Hello, this is your collective read for the next 7 days. Let's see what's... Oh, when it all costs energy coming out. Yeah, I've seen it quite a bit in the reads as well. So, I mean, you know, God bless Ukraine as well right now. It seems... I've got a connection on Facebook who's, you know, she's from Ukraine. Her whole family are over there. And she's you know, she's understanding what's truly going on, because I think sometimes we don't get the proper message on media, do we? And I don't really want to put my whole political thing on, but it's, you know, if there's been a decision, just no matter what, when it all costs, and Ukraine are the victims of it and they're trying to fight back. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I think what happens in like the micro level of our own personalities and energy comes out on a macro level in the world, doesn't it? And for some reason I want to just do the cards like this today. So that's how I'm going to do it. I never do this. Anywho, right, let's see. One more. So general energies for collective. So we do have this when it all costs energy, where there's like, we're trying to find out information on social media, what is actually the truth, you know, and everyone's got the spin. Like, I've given you a little bit of my feelings on it as well, do you know what I mean? But based on, I'm only basing on actual connections to what's truly you know, affecting people, trying to stay out of things like the media, really. So it's like, I'm just thinking of, you know, someone like Ukraine, they're willfully driving it forward no matter what's going on as well, you know, to combat this when it all costs energy type of thing, you know. The oppression, we're willfully driving it, and courageous, and you know, keeping it going. We're being in our strength, sort of dynamic about it as well. It's like we're not being victims at all, you know. Anyone who's in the oppression, you know, there's like a victim triangle. It's called the hero, victim, perpetrator. So it's like we can go to, you know, we can go to victim mode, where someone becomes our hero and helps us out, you know, from a perpetrator. Or we can choose to be out of the victim mode and be our own heroes. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's a dynamic that often is the case, but really, if you're kind of in the middle of that and just using your perception and just being strong, not really going into any sort of victim mode or even hero mode or perpetrator even, you know, it's just like, you know, create your own world and go do it and be dynamic, really. I hope that makes sense. But yes, because, you know, things happen to us, and it can be easy to go into that victim mode as well, do you know what I mean? But it isn't happening here. This is like, there's a win at all cost energy, being some sort of perpetrator, trying to find out the truth. What is the truth? So we're being our own dynamic creators here as well, and that's kind of what I see on the collective there. We you know, we're standing strong in our independence as well, very independently strong. You know, again, this makes me think of Ukraine, and you know, going through this massive tower moment thing. I'm surprised the balance card isn't coming out here. You know, there's very much hurt and betrayals and things like that, as we stand strong as well. On another side of it, we could be dealing with some sort of immature energies of, you know, in and out type of energies. It's like the play type energy as well, just on a different level, where we're leaving that out in the cold and staying with, you know, going in our own power and inner strength. Yeah, so things that need to fall will fall, and it will create hurt and heartaches, and we've got to go through these betrayals and things, but they weren't on solid ground. Alrighty, and I am seeing it a lot in the reads, this sort of when it all costs energy and play energy that's created betrayals and things like that. It was built on lies, it wasn't built on truth, and that's why these towers are falling currently, as we sort of walk away, be strong, and leave these people out. The thing is, these people here, there's a lovely warm church here, they're choosing to stay out in the cold as well, you know. It takes two to tango as well, you know, but choosing to be out in the cold as well. So alrighty, so Energies coming for the collective. Energies coming, future energies coming for the collective, dare I ask. So it's still going through hurts and betrayals and all of that. That's still very much in the energy, where the other parties are, you know, keeping tight hold of their energies. Actually, that looks like a shield, doesn't it? And just wanting sort of new, you know, adventures new, really. Not even bothering what material things, just sort of still got the heart open, wanting loyalty. The dog signifies loyalty there. Something loyal and true, and just going for it. And connection with loving friendships as well, friends, family, you know, having fun. There's still toxic energies around here, obsessions, addictions, toxic bonds. And there's also reminiscent of what was before, sort of loving connections. There might be an obsessively thinking about someone who's been, you know, a loving connection in the past. This could mean reconciliation as well. Could be in the future. Anything else in the coming energies for the collective? Yeah, because it could be a strong bond. This indicates that 1111 could be like a very strong, even divine connection. But it's also telling you here, look, that it's time to celebrate. It's time to celebrate here. I'll not mix these cards up too much, but I want these in the middle because they're the cooler cards. So yeah, so because this is like, you know, you've worked really hard. The one's journey is like passion new beginnings, then it's sort of planning and prepping and, you know, ready to move forward. The Three of Wands is you're in the right direction, even though it's like, oh, it's like, when is this going to happen, you know? And then the Fourth Wands is like, you know what, you're working hard, it's time to celebrate. And this is about celebration as well. So it's very much, it's like fun. Fun's on the agenda now. It's time to have fun. Real good fun. Whoops-a-daisy. And as I say, that's the Three of Wands. Right, upright is, yeah, you are going in the right direction, but it's a little bit on its side here. And next to the Devil energy, reminiscent of old connections. Careful of that one then. There could be an apology coming, or some sort of small loving offer for some. Anything else? Queen of Wands is, you know, very dynamic energy. You know, you're going for it. We've seen that in the current energy, didn't we? And here we are again, the very strong single, celebrating your own strength. Very strong, the more feminine cards. It you know, could be about males and females, so don't get caught up in the genders. So it's being very strong in our own power, really, and dynamically moving forward. And that's what we're doing as a collective, whilst wanting to have fun and celebrate as well. You know, realising what's important. And also going within, there could be some sort of going within. Sometimes going within is pulling yourself back from people as well, which is a bit like the opposite to going out and connecting with us and having fun as well. But it's really because you want to gain wisdom. There could be a bit of crying over spilt milk for lost loves here as well, where there's a Two of Cups behind that someone's not seeing yet. But we are manifesting what we want in your life, and this in our lives, and this is saying it's it's positive. It's really positive. And as I say that, I feel really tired and yawning. Right, maybe I'm worn out. Yeah, so we're looking at our options again as well. Generally, as a collective, we're looking at our options. We could have had strong bond that might have been full of betrayal. So we're looking at options again as a collective generally as well. So yeah, manifesting what we want. It's going to be bright though. It's going to be bright. Okay, so few energies coming in. Energies coming in for the collective. And there's like a hope and a faith for this win at all costs energy. You know, there's a lot of maybe even wishing and praying the things come into balance about that. You know, there might be a lot of thoughts about, you know, the Russia thing with Ukraine, and you know, I'm certainly putting my wishes for them at the moment. So, you know, there is sort of hope and faith about that. Anything else in the coming energies? And there's still this sort of, you know, people choosing to be left out in the cold even though there's somewhere warm they can go to. To be honest, this actually reminds me a little bit of Ukraine as well. Maybe it's because I've got them on my mind. But look, this guy here, he's got his you know, his leg type of thing. You know, maybe they feel like they can't really go somewhere warm at the minute. You know, they're kind of on their own, aren't they? So I feel that funny about that at the moment, just because I'm talking about Ukraine. But this win at all costs energy would create that living out in the cold thing anyway, wouldn't it? On a micro level. You see, what's happening as well, generally, with a lot of us is, and I've seen it again in the readings, is, you know, there's a lovely Two of Cups connection here. And we've got a strong 1111 card, very strong, even divine maybe connection it could be. Where it could be absolutely loving beginning, but there's total heartache going on at the moment. Three Swords indicates third parties because of, you know, lies and deceit, third parties, and so that's going on, and that's why there's going options, and that's why there's left out in the cold. That's why probably the toxic things here as well, you know, left out in the cold, but there's reminiscing there, but it's toxic. It's toxic, and that's kind of what's being moved away from. And that's why we're manifesting something better. Yeah, there could be crying over spilt milk. Got to sort that out. Manifest, and the future's bright. It's going to be bright on that. Alrighty. Anything else for the coming energies generally for the collective is be in your unconditional love, Queen of Cups, beautiful energy. Anything else for the collective for the coming energies? Yeah, and just bring these new ideas into fruition. It's new ideas, or it could be a passionate message towards some sort of loving unconditional energy. You know, this is like someone who's got ideas but they don't know how to make them work yet, kind of thing. So, right, let's see if I can see anything else in this read. We've got Capricorn here. Lots of fire energy. Lots of love and cups energy. Pentacles energy. Yeah, an air sign. Swords energy as well. All of them are here. But on the major arcana, we've got Aquarius and Capricorn. Yeah, and that's it really. Yeah, but there's single cards here as well. It's like independence, because the Magician's like a single card. There's a single card. The Nine of Pentacles, very single. Just standing strong in our own personal space, really, isn't it? All right, that's hopefully that gives us an idea what's going on in the collective at the moment. Again, I'd just like to wish Ukraine all the best, and I hope they do get the support that they need in every way they need. And I do wish that for better decision making from our leaders, you know, from the leaders who sometimes shouldn't be in power as well, really. For betterment, for, you know, for anyone watching, if there's anything that we can suggest for betterment for anyone who does actually pick up this reading. Something about being left out in the cold, be dynamic, be that Queen of Wands energy, like just go do it, create, plan, gather your momentum, go for it, and you know, make your creations happen. And stand independently strong. Anything else? Yeah, get through this Ten of Swords energy if anyone is doing that. Allow it to happen. If you have to keep someone out in the cold, do it. Celebrate your own strength and your own independently strong and stability. You know, be more dynamic, make your creations happen, to be even more independently strong. There is a lot of love around, just so you know. You want stability, but just be careful because things aren't exactly what the same. That's the moon sign there. That's the Pisces card as well. So we've had Aquarius, Capricorn and Pisces now in the read. Just read your arcanas. So anything else just for betterment for anyone watching, please? Stuck. Be careful about being stuck in your minds as well, because we aren't stuck. Be careful about, you know, love and offer mightn't lead to betrayal and hurt. We might have had that in the past as well. It's good to be stable and independent, but you know, we've still got to allow ourselves to be open as well, haven't we? Yeah, there's a win at all costs energy again, so be careful of this duality thing's not being what the same, and tower moments to do with it. So, you know, things are not on solid ground, so that's why there's a tower moment. So that's probably why this is saying, like, so now with all of this information, it's like, be careful of any sort of love and offer. It might even just be in the ethereal, it might not even be grounded. They can, you know, just continue the betrayal and heartache and all of that. Be independently strong. Yes, there is love around, but you want stability. You want something, we want something stable here. Things aren't the same. And you know, this, we're in our heads because we wouldn't feel this win at all costs energy. It isn't teamwork, and it's still creating tower moments. So it's like stand strong against that win at all costs energy at the moment, really, because things aren't fully what they're saying. All right, I hope that's helping anyone who's listening to this read. So I don't think there's many at the moment watching the collective read. I think normally quite handy to see what's going on generally, but there you go. All right, all the best, see you next week.